Forget the social media love. Forget the celebrity tributes. Forget the white outfits and the candle lights and the red carpets that have filled every video about Alex Ekubo since May 11, 2026. There is nobody on this earth more traumatized by his sudden passing than one woman who has barely been given a single sentence in this entire story. Her name is Chioma. She is Alex Ekubo's only biological sister, the only person who shared the same womb with him, the only person who sucked the same breast he did. And while Nigeria has spent weeks debating properties, white dress codes, secret wives, and coffin rituals, almost nobody has stopped to ask the one question that actually matters most right now. How is Chioma? Subscribe to Gist Mama NG and stay till the end, because this is the story Nigeria has been too distracted to tell. Let Gist Mama explain something simple but profound before going further. Everyone in this story can move on eventually. Colleagues grieve and return to their lives. Fans cry and then scroll to the next video. Even a wife, as devastating as her loss is, builds a new life around new chapters, new milestones, a child who grows, a future that reshapes itself around the absence. But Chioma will never move on, because Chioma did not just lose a colleague, a friend, or a husband. She lost the only person on earth who shared her exact beginning. Same mother, same womb, same childhood home, same first memories, the same blood pumping from the same source before either of them ever knew what the word family meant. That is not a bond that fades with time. That is a bond that defines a person's entire sense of where they came from. And when that bond is severed, there is no new chapter that replaces it. There is no future milestone that fills that specific space. The pain is not seasonal. It is permanent. No human being on earth can love Alex Ekubo more completely than Chioma does. Not because anyone else loved him less, but because nobody else carries what she carries. The irreplaceable knowledge of having been formed alongside him before the world ever knew either of their names. And yet, in this entire saga, Chioma has barely had a voice. According to accounts now confirmed by Alex Ekubo's eldest uncle, Nnamdi Ekubo, in a recorded 30-minute phone conversation, Chioma's last meaningful contact with her brother was a video call. She had heard rumors circulating that he had left social media because he was unwell, so she called him directly. She looked at her brother through a screen and asked him about it, and Alex Ekubo, already secretly battling advanced illness, looked back at his only sister and said, "Do I look like someone who is sick?" He lied to her, not to a stranger, not to a blogger, to the one person who shared his womb. And the next time Chioma heard anything about her brother, he was already dead. She was told the following day, not the day he passed, the day after. Sit with that for a moment. A sister who tried to check on her brother out of love and concern was reassured with a denial, and then without warning, without preparation, without the chance to say goodbye, without even the dignity of being told on the actual day it happened, she learned that her only sibling was gone. Now, combine that with what David Ekubo and other biological family members have alleged, that Alex's biological mother, who is alive, contrary to the narrative many Nigerians believed for years, was also not properly informed when her son died. That she was not given the access or the inclusion a mother deserves during her child's final period of illness. That the family was excluded from viewing his body. That the funeral arrangements were coordinated extensively with celebrities and industry colleagues, while the people who share his actual blood were left finding out details from social media like everyone else. Imagine being Chioma in that moment, watching your only brother be lowered into the earth in Arochoko on June 18, 2026, surrounded by Nollywood stars in coordinated white outfits, cameras capturing every angle, hashtags trending, while your own mother, the woman who carried both of you, was not even properly informed in time to process what was happening to her son. That is not simply painful. That is a specific compounding kind of trauma. Grief layered on top of exclusion. Loss layered on top of disrespect. A funeral that the whole country watched while the two people who arguably had the deepest blood claim to him, his mother and his sister, stood on the outside of decisions that should have included them first. And here is what Gist Mama wants Nigeria to sit with honestly. Everyone dragging Chioma's family online, everyone defending the way things were handled, everyone insisting this is simply about jealousy or inheritance. Would any of them accept this treatment if it were their own sibling, if it were their own mother kept in the dark about a child's death? Even those rich or financially comfortable enough to be considered powerful in their own households, would they accept being sidelined from their own brother's final days, his marriage, his illness, his burial, all without consultation? Because that is the real question underneath all of this. It was never really about money. Ebi Sweden, speaking with the direct permission of Alex's biological mother, made that explicitly clear. Alex's mother is financially comfortable. She has never needed anything from her son. What she needed, what Chioma needed, was simply to be told, to be included, to be allowed to grieve as family, not as bystanders reading updates from strangers online. Ebi Sweden also revealed something that makes Chioma's pain even more unbearable. Alex had reportedly been trying to reconnect with his mother before he became gravely ill. He was moving back toward his blood, back toward Chioma, back toward the family that raised him before Nollywood, before fame, before any of the people now managing his memory ever knew his name. And then illness took hold before that reconciliation could be completed. So Chioma is not just grieving a brother who died. She is grieving a brother who was on his way back to her and never arrived. That is the story nobody is properly telling. Not the coffin rituals, not the cement grave debate, not the burning dress controversy, not even the property speculation. The story that deserves Nigeria's full attention right now is a young woman who shared a womb with one of Nollywood's most beloved actors, who tried to check on him in love, who was lied to about his health, who was told he died a day late, and who watched him buried in front of millions of strangers online, while she and her mother stood somewhere on the margins of a story that should have centered them first. Before we close, 2 questions for you. Number 1, if you were Chioma, watching your only brother buried while your own mother was excluded from properly knowing what was happening, what would you want Nigeria to understand about your pain that nobody has asked you about yet? Number 2, Alex denied being sick to his own sister on a video call. Have you ever protected someone you loved from worry only for it to cause them even deeper pain later? What does that tell us about how silence, even when well-intentioned, can wound the people closest to us? Drop your thoughts below. Gist Mama is reading every single one. Same womb, same mother, same first breath of life shared before the world knew either of their names. Alex Ekubo was loved by millions, but nobody on this earth loved him the way Chioma did. And nobody is carrying this loss the way Chioma is carrying it right now, in silence, while the world moves on to the next trending topic. Subscribe to Gist Mama, hit the notification bell, share this video because Chioma's pain deserves to be seen, not scrolled past. See you in the next one.